Chapter 10. The Final Countdown. The magic sphere worked, but just as Ollie was getting to his feet, the door to the store slammed shut, and there was the sound of a key being turned in the lock. Mr. Belcher had trapped them. But he hadn't realized how Claire would react. His daughter had come with him in the car as usual, and when he went back to use his car phone, she realized what was going on. He was telling the police that he had caught the alien. Claire tried to stop him. He thought if he handed the alien over to the police, he could somehow make it take the blame for all the pollution. But Claire knew better. She broke the phone and ran to the store. Inside, the children had just realized that there was only 10 minutes left before the probe blew up. Claire tried to persuade her father to hand over the key, but it took up precious time. By the time she released the others, they could hear a police car on the way. It was the one with Joe Lowen in it. The children hurried Ollie away, and Mr. Belcher suddenly changed his mind. "This way!" he shouted. But he led Lowen and the policeman in the wrong direction. But his factory was pumping out more pollution into the water where the probe was. As it reached Charlie, there was a violent reaction from the probe. For a moment, the children thought they were too late, and when Mr. Belcher saw what was happening, he realized just how much danger they were all in. Sarah Brightly arrived on her bike in time to see the flashing lights. She had been following the police car. Ollie stepped into the murky water. The clock on his wrist showed there were only 10 seconds left. It was now or never. But the second that Ollie had fixed the probe, he was in almost as great danger from Joe Lowen. It was Mr. Belcher who stopped him from grabbing Ollie. He hung on tight to him while Ollie said goodbye to his Earth friends. Ollie gave Amina the magic sphere. He hugged them all, even Martin, to show he was forgiven. As Ollie walked into the sea, whistling for his spaceship, Mr. Belcher was arrested. The hotel was busier than it had ever been. It was full of space trekkers. They were all in the dining room when there was a loud noise and a dazzling display of lights over the sea. They all thought Mrs. Rowlands had organized it just for them. The Burlington Hotel was definitely a hit. And so was Jenny. The policeman wanted to interview the children about what had been going on, but Jenny already had it all written down in her journal. She promised to give it to Sarah Brightly when the police had finished with it. Joe Lowen couldn't believe his ears. He had been scooped by the South Beach Gazette.
It's our planet, it's our place. We must save the human race.